Hi guys, welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. So today I have another video for you with fragrances, and this time it's a tester set from Maison Margiela. I'm not really sure if I read it correctly, but I think it's Maison Margiela. I don't know. And this is a replica set. So these fragrances in here are actually like reproduction of familiar scents and moments of varying locations and periods, which is quite cool. And it says smells like memories. So the idea behind them is that they should actually remind you of some particular scenes or moments. And the fragrances here are Lazy Sunday Morning, Jazz Club, Beach Walk, At the Barbers, By the Fireplace, Springtime in a Park, Sailing Day, Flower Market, Under the Lemon Trees, and Whispers in the Library. And the reason why I decided to buy this set is I think I've tried By the Fireplace, and it was so original that I actually wanted to try. This is a designer brand, but the fragrances are quite original, so I would say they're more niche than like mainstream. So yeah, I don't really do blind buys with niche fragrances or very original fragrances, because you can never actually anticipate if there's going to be good or not. Or I mean, with designers fragrances it's so much easier, like proper designer, like mainstream fragrances, it's easier because you read the description and pretty much can imagine what the fragrance will be like. Here it's not the case. So yeah, that's why I decided to buy a set, like a tester set. And I've already opened it, and I've tried every single one of these fragrances on myself. I wore the whole day and I made some notes about it. So I'll just refer to my notes while actually going through those fragrances one by one. So yes, let's start. So I need to mention one thing, that I actually started testing these when there was like the heat wave in UK, like 3 or 4 days. It was really warm, so that's why I decided to start with a really lightweight summery fragrances, and then leave the warmer ones for like colder days. So the first one I tried was Springtime in a Park, and my notes say this is quite generic, delicate, powdery, elegant, close to skin, and it reminds me of an air freshener. Let me have a sniff now to remember. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Floral, powdery, it is elegant. It reminds me of an air freshener a little bit, that's true. And actually this fragrance I would associate with like an older person. I don't know why. I mean, you might not agree with me, but like this is quite simple floral fragrance, and that type of fragrances, they actually remind me of like older people. Maybe because it was quite popular in Poland back in the days, that people actually wore that simple floral fragrances up after like certain age. So I just remember my grandmothers, they used to actually wear fragrances like that. So yeah, I mean, it is quite elegant, delicate, perfect for office because it's quite close to the skin. You won't have like a massive sillage. And the performance is like it was gone after 5 hours, which is not all that bad, but it's not great too. Yeah, so this one is not going to be my favorite, but I can get why some people might actually like it. And does it remind me of a Springtime in a Park? Not really. It is flowery, but for me, Springtime in a Park will be more like blossoms, like lilac, maybe something like this, and more greens to it. This is more just like meadow, maybe. So the next one I tried is a Sailing Day, and my notes say it's airy, watery. It kind of reminds of a Sailing Day, and performance was okay. So let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that one. This is actually quite nice. It is a little bit watery, it's a little bit salty. It kind of describes the Sailing Day memory perfectly. But the problem with this one is that it became quite acidic on my skin. So the dry down on my skin was actually hard to stand for me. It was like really it didn't really match to my skin chemistry. But I think it happened to me once or twice before with like different fragrances, and it's just something with my body chemistry that it doesn't really vibe with. But in general, this fragrance is okay. The performance was unfortunately very, very good, so I couldn't really stand this fragrance. But yeah, it's not bad. It's just this thing with my body chemistry that doesn't really match. But yeah, in general, the performance good. The fragrance describes sailing day quite perfectly. So the next one was a Floral Market, and apparently it's flowery, delicate, romantic, boring. Yeah, yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but there's nothing really original about it. It could be a quite good description of flower market, because it's very floral. Um, yeah, not too overpowering, delicate. Again, it will be perfect for office. I think you won't make other people have headache. But yeah, this is yeah. Then performance is non-existent. Pretty much, it was gone after 2 hours. Yeah, but in general, it's not a bad fragrance. Just boring. So now we have a beach walk, and I think it was actually one of the last warm days. And apparently, this is airy, light, sweet but clean, and I really liked that one. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. This is a really nice fragrance. It has these notes of like body oil, you know, like the one that you put when you go, you know, when you're on the beach and you want to just maximize your tan or something. That kind of like tanning oil, yeah. But it's really nice. It's really nice. This was my favorite by that time. I didn't really mention anything about performance, so I don't think it was like an issue. But apparently it wasn't like amazing too, so somewhere in the middle, I'm guessing. Um, yeah, really nice. And close to skin too, so again, another fragrance that won't give people around you a headache. So the next one was Under the Lemon Trees, and that was a fragrance I was actually a little bit like afraid to try because I'm not a massive fan of like citrusy fragrances. But as far as I remember, it wasn't all that bad. Yeah, it was pleasant, fresh and sweet. Lemon dominates, sugared lemon. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it's more like those sugar candies or something like that. It's really nice, sweet, sugary fragrance, feminine. It has some green notes, so it describes the situation quite well. It's like literally like lying under the lemon tree, because I think it will be pretty much what you imagine, like green grass and then the lemon tree. So yeah. Yeah, it was very feminine. The opening was very feminine. Then with a dry down, it becomes more unisex, and there are like some woody notes in it. So yeah, and the performance was actually very good on this one. So now we have a lazy Sunday morning, and I didn't try it on a Sunday, but I think that they actually seemed quite lazy because it was raining and the weather was shit. So yeah. So this one, apparently, generic, warm, cozy, more floral on dry down, clean, freshly made laundry. Yeah, yeah. Warm, cozy fragrance, but also like very fresh, like fresh laundry. Yeah, it's nice, but like there are quite many fragrances very similar to this. Yeah. But you know, it kind of matches the collection because it does bring that memory up. So yeah, I think it makes sense here. It's just not very original. So I mean, if you were to spend like £100 per bottle of like this, I would just choose another fragrance maybe. Okay, so this is like everything in terms of like very lightweight fragrances. Now we're just going towards the heavier ones. So I was quite excited because I prefer heavier fragrances. So the first one I tried was at the Barbers. Let me just find it here. Yeah. So yeah, this is apparently nice, long lasting, but not very not feminine at all. I mean, again, this is my personal opinion. You may not agree. It's possible that you won't agree with me. But for me, this fragrance is lovely. But this is such a masculine fragrance. I think all those fragrances are unisex. I'm not sure, but I think at least I'm pretty sure this one is. But this is on the spectrum of unisexuality. It's just like very close to like manly fragrances, like fragrances for men. But it's lovely. It's really nice. It's long lasting. Does it really say? I'm not really sure if this brings me memory of being at the Barbers, because I don't think I've ever been. But yeah, this is really nice. I can't really tell you much more about this because I don't really know much about men's fragrances. I can just tell you which ones I like and which ones I don't, and I do like this one. So the next one, and we're just going towards the end. I think we have three more fragrances, and this is Jazz Club. And this one, as far as I remember, was amazing. Yes, unisex, brandy, tobacco, amazing. Great performance, yeah, and really good description because apparently, oh yeah, yeah, this is, oh my god, this is so good. It really makes me want to just go out and spend the night in a club. This is like a typical, I don't know if it's a jazz club, but it could be like any club, but you can actually smell tobacco and like brandy. And this is so good. This is very unisex, and I think, you know, a man or a woman could actually get away with wearing this. This is very sexy on a woman, in my opinion at least. And this would smell lovely on a guy too. So this is very unisex, but in a good way. Yeah, I love this. I love this one. I literally love this one. So now we have by the Fireplace, and this one wasn't a surprise for me because I tried that before. This is actually quite cool, very original, very warm, woody fragrance. This is so cool, really. It just, you can actually, it has that smokiness. It smells like wood, like but not like typical woody fragrances. This actually reminds you of a bonfire or a fireplace. This is like, but it's really sweet and warm. Well, not sexy in my opinion. Sweet on dry down. Perfect description. Yes, it's a perfect description of a fragrance. Yeah. And for me, it's a winter type of fragrance. It doesn't really make me feel sexy or anything like that. This is, in my opinion, this is a fragrance for just for yourself. You can just have it on you and love it, but it won't make you feel. It won't make, at least it didn't make me feel more attractive or sexy, anything like that. Because in my opinion, this is not unisex. This is more like asexual, because I wouldn't just. I don't think it matches any particular sex. It's just like something that's just there. Lovely fragrance, but not necessarily like not necessarily describing a certain sex. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, lovely. And the last one, and I have to admit, guys, I already bought a full size of these because this one is just amazing. And this is Whispers in Library. So this one, this one is my favorite. It is a little bit woody, but it has this sweetness to it. I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's very, very original. I mean, I think the last couple of fragrances are quite original. The Jazz Club, the Fireplace is super original, but this one is so nice. Still not sure if it's sexy or not. This is my favorite out of the whole set. I subconsciously left it for the last, but it was amazing. Really, this is such a good fragrance. Performance is good, but not amazing. If you just want to, if you spray it in the morning, you'll probably be gone by the like early afternoon. So you will have to respray it. But yeah, this one is just lovely. Just gonna spray it on me. Yeah. Oh my god, such a lovely fragrance, really. I think think it's better for winter time because it's quite cozy, quite warm. So I would use that over winter. But yeah, this fragrance is my number one here. So yeah, that's everything. And what are my thoughts in general? So this is a little bit hit or miss in my opinion. Those like heavier fragrances are amazing. The lightweight ones, some of them are cool, like for example Beach Walk, or which one was that? Surprisingly, Under the Lemon Trees was not bad. But like some of them, they're very, very simple, very generic, nothing really particular. Some of them don't even describe the memory that well, in my personal opinion. So I'm really glad I bought this tester set. I found some really cool stuff in here, but also like some fragrances that I wouldn't really bother spending my money on. So yeah, this is the whole set. I can't tell you I enjoyed everything in here. I had to suffer a couple of days were actually quite hard, but some of the fragrances just compensated for that. So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of these fragrances. Have you tried them? Do you have any favorites here? You might have like a completely different opinion on those fragrances. I mean, it's normal, right? Not everybody likes the same, but I'm really curious to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.